This is the best fried chicken restaurant in Korea. Chickens are mixed with special spices, although they look black on the outside, but just one taste is delicious. Oh my god, but selling fried chicken is just the exterior of the shop. Every night, the staff in the bar took out a lot of documents to solve the case, because their real identity is, the police caught drug traffickers, and the drug lord they investigated was the fried chicken restaurant in front of them. There were many guards inside. No one is allowed to enter. Only the occasional delivery person can enter. They just had to open a fried chicken shop, waited for them to order fried chicken, then took the opportunity to investigate the situation. But the shop has been open for a few months. Their business was getting better and better. Too much money to not meet drug traffickers. Today the team leader came home, gave his wife a bag that surprised his wife. Obviously, this was a branded bag. Her husband has made a lot of money. The wife picked up the bag, found that there was something in the bag. He explained that, because the work performed well, there were rewards. His wife agitated. Wait a minute. I'm going to wash my face. That night, the leader knew what it was like to make money. The next day he bought some raw chicken, so that his subordinates could quickly make fried chicken. Someone was in charge of cutting onions and someone was in charge of carrying the goods. They were immersed in making money, were far from the goal of catching criminals. Until this evening a subordinate who was resting in his car spotted a criminal coming out the door. He quickly called his teammates, but no one picked up. Because there were too many customers in the shop, everyone was busy carrying. With no other choice, he could only chase. After a turn, the drug dealer's car split up and ran away. He followed a car. Suddenly a car stopped in front of him. He quickly braked the car, lost track of the other car. After returning, he asked his teammates, "Do we open a shop? Or open a shop to catch criminals because we catch criminals?" These words awakened the subordinates. The chef said, "I got hot oil on my hand, got cut by a knife. Do you know how much it hurts?" He is also resentful. Every day when cutting onions, "I smell this smell." The policewoman said that even if she had money, it would not come to her hand. Hearing subordinates complain, the male lead has awakened. Can, because of selfishness, quit his job. He must return to orbit. So he started adjusting the price of fried chicken, 36,000 won a piece, so no one would come. Because to let the guests go less often, the male lead decision was, a piece of chicken 36,000 won would definitely scare the guests, who would have thought that as soon as the shop opened, it would be so crowded. Also didn't know who spread, "This is king of fried chicken," would regret for a lifetime if didn't eat it. There were even tourists coming to play. At the same time turned this place into a famous chicken shop. The male lead was a little broken because he was a policeman, opened the shop because he wanted to hide others' eyes, actually used to investigate drug dealers. Now that they were customers entering the shop, how should they investigate? Not long after, the male lead was called by his superior. The superior angrily asked him, why every day on the mission report is hiding and hiding? Flip it over and over. Even turned to the bill. On it was written 50 raw chickens. Where were raw chickens? The male lead quickly put the bill in his pocket. The superior had no way to prepare to start scolding. The male lead got a phone. No wonder the criminals placed orders. The 5 of them rushed to their superiors and couldn't stop them. After a while, the chef finished the chicken, brought it in front of the male lead. The male lead began to strategize. He put on his raincoat. He went to the front door of the drug lord, pushed the door open. Why was an old woman looking inside? Some people cleaning up the trash. Turned out, the drug dealers had changed locations. The male lead knew that, laughed loudly, took a bottle of wine and drank it all. But this bottle of wine was drugged by his teammates. Certainly his teammates. Everyone quickly let him lie on the bed. He lay there remembering that selling fried chicken wasn't bad these days. He took the money home. His wife's attitude got better and better, so he decided to do a good job at a fried chicken shop. Unfortunately, the good thing did not last long. The fried chicken restaurant shown on TV was not only the expensive chicken, but also other people's chicken. They changed every show. Okay, business is not easy. He has lost his name. After the job was transmitted, their work was temporarily suspended indefinitely. The fried chicken restaurant didn't have customers. After the 5 of them passed this time, decided to close. There was a lawyer who came, despite saying to help them, turn the store into a chain. This sentence made them laugh. He's definitely the bad guy. The lawyer said nothing, took out a suitcase of money. The chef immediately changed his face, took out his business card. "I am the head chef here." Like that, the 5 of them reopened the fried chicken shop, danced in front of the store. No matter how to dance, it's okay to have money. Soon there were many new customers outside. Branch stores were also starting to open. But the male lead didn't know what the lawyer wanted. To not have to open a simple shop chain. He's actually an underling of a drug dealer. On the outside, this cooperative facade actually put banned substances in it. Through the outside trade, no one has discovered until today that the male lead was watching the news.
爸爸，你很笨耶，你不会2张都拿。
Own a friction with others. Turn out, these branch stores were all owned by drug lords. The staff there were not of high quality. They didn't not work, or did not receive customers, and often chased customers away. Because in order to save, the male lead decided to start investigating the situation of small shops. This fried chicken shop was very strange. There were no guests inside, but reorders abound. Each delivery was no more or less 20 bags of fried chicken, only given to a few houses at a time. Even more strangely, the person then threw away the bag of fried chicken. If he doesn't eat fried chicken, why buy it? Because to investigate the truth, the meal lead followed the shopper. When a customer said he had no money, he immediately robbed it, then left. One piece of chicken can earn that much. The meal lead stepped up. He looked at his condition and the bruise on his hand. It's really clear that this is an addiction. After having evidence, the meal lead decided to arrest them. They went to the headquarters of the fried chicken restaurant, found that it had been cleaned up. Looked like the drug dealers knew the leak. Suddenly, a policewoman's phone rang. She opened it to see that they had already started the kitchen. Fortunately, everyone installed navigation software. The meal lead took everyone to the rescue. On the side, the policeman cum chef was locked in the warehouse, only to see his body constantly moving. The kidnapper didn't feel right and axed swooping down, but it was too late. The policeman quickly knocked him to the ground, with such meticulousness that he knocked them all to the ground. Next he saw outside. The drug lord got into his car and prepared to drive. He followed to one side of the river. A group of drug dealers, including a group of people dealing drugs. There are so many people he can't beat. In the panic, hearing the police siren scared them. The boss suspected that there was an insider. He picked up a gun and shot at the other side. The two sides rushed to fight each other. When the chef policeman thought to run away, the meal lead led people didn't know what the situation was in front of the criminals. The policeman came with his teammates. Fear not? Incorrect. When the criminals ran to, the 5 policemen laughed already. They've been selling fried chicken for so long, they can finally fight. First up is the policeman cum chef. He used to work in the national judo martial arts. Even if he caught a person, he didn't even beat him to death. One by one everyone fell. The man shouted, "How to aim at me? You say I'm worse than you." Do you know how cruel this sentence is? The enemy rushed in, but still the same. Finally, the opponent desperately reached out his hand and told him to throw it away. Next is the policeman, who was formerly a special agent of the Navy. Each of his moves is fatal. One side has a decisive hand, a ruthless move. It's really like a hit machine. Next is the female police officer. She used to be a Tai Chi champion. She looks weak, but every time someone rushes, one trick is that no one can get up. Next is another policeman. He has a characteristic of being good at fighting. Dozens of people beat him, but he still laughed, jumped like crazy. The opponent was tired and then it was his turn to counterattack, to gain the advantage to fight the criminals. Finally, the meal lead. He was slashed 12 times but still lived. The nickname of the god of death. Watching him hold other people's feet, someone next to him hit him with a stick. He didn't react, continued to hit the person in front of him, hitting one guy after another. He's like a madman. He hit halfway. When he saw the old man running away, the boss got on the boat. While preparing to run, the meal lead appeared outside the window. The two of them fight on the boat. In the end, the old man was defeated. The meal lead bit his leg. Finally, arrested him. Waited until the other police arrived. All criminals were still on the ground. The meal lead sitting on the chair was too energetic, too handsome. In the end, the 5 of them were responsible. Catching criminals was promoted. On the road, there were joys and sorrows. When the whole team had difficulties, the meal lead said the last sentence was that they were a family. He hoped they could continue to solve the case.